I continue my journey to explore the culture of the Tay ethnic community in Bắc Sơn Valley. I see a lifestyle that makes me think about the true meaning of life.
Dù nhà cửa hiện đại bao nhiêu thì mình vẫn phải giữ những cái phong tục tập quán của cổ truyền.
I meet with people that I really admire.
Mình quyết định là cũng ở lại duy trì cái làng nghề truyền thống của cha ông mình để lại.
And also, I have some unforgettable experiences. It's the end of July, which is also the end of the harvest season in Bắc Sơn Valley. The last fields are being harvested. Another bumper crop. In every corner of the village, the locals are drying rice and corn with great haste, taking advantage of the late summer sunshine. Rice is the staple food of the Tay people, and the corn is used to feed cattle. The scents of hay and rough rice can be smelled along the village road. That country atmosphere is softly luring me in and takes me away from my hectic life in the city. Mrs. Bunk's family is one of over 300 Tay ethnic families in Quin Sơn village. The Tay culture in this village is the richest in the area. The locals here still keep their own custom since hundreds of years, despite changes in life.
Vâng, chào. Vâng.
As every morning, Mrs. Bunk stays at home and does the work of a farmer.
Bây giờ là ngày mùa thu hoạch ngô này. Nhà nào cũng có, cả làng này nhà nào cũng có ngô thế này. Ngày mùa thì cánh đồng thì rộng, làm vui lắm. Trẻ là đi làm, người già thì ở nhà.
Someone is walking up there.
Cả làng toàn nhà là nhà sàn thế này. Tầng dưới này là để ngô, khoai, sắn rồi thóc, gạo. Thế còn người nằm tầng trên.
Vâng.
Tí nữa làm xong là lên nghỉ. Ăn cơm nhé, ăn cơm với bà nhé.
Ja, ăn cơm. The Tay and Bắc Sơn district still live in stilt houses. This is a tradition going back hundreds of years. Since the old days, the Tay reside nearby the forest. Thus living in stilt houses helps them to avoid the attack of dangerous animals, snakes and bugs. Notably, all materials that are used to build their houses come from nature. The pillars are made from wood, the floor is made from bamboo, and the roof is made from yin-yang tiles or alang grass. First thing that I noticed when I walked into the Thai village is the thing behind me. Just look at it. The beautiful orange-colored corn that they hang, and it shows me this is just like a decoration. It beautifies directly the whole house. So that's something that I really enjoy, that they see the beauty of nature. And secondly, what really stands out is how they build their houses, the architecture. They're stilt houses. Simply said, they're built on poles with the communal room on the first floor. And it is really a big communal room without rooms. And it's an open space where everybody gathers. When I walked up to the first floor, I felt like I'm gonna break the floor because it's not like a nice big wooden floor or concrete floor. It's just wooden sticks and then bamboo on top of it. So it's not like flat and stable, The bamboo sticks, they move up and down. You can hear the sounds when you walk on them. So the first few steps, I was really aware of where I was putting my feet, afraid of breaking or falling even down with my weight. But it wasn't. And that's one of the key things, of course, of bamboo, that it's very flexible and strong at the same time.
Hồi bà 25 tuổi đấy. Cái này là hồi 25 tuổi. Vâng.
The Tay are very hospitable people. Once you've entered their house, you are their special guest. I was the first foreign guest of Mrs. Bang's family, so they gave me a very special treat. Therefore, it seemed churlish to refuse their offer of having lunch. As I am an unexpected guest, lunch is quickly prepared, and I'm eager to give them a hand. Each house here has its own small garden, in which various types of vegetables are grown. In Mrs. Bang's garden, I found pumpkin leaves, Malabar spinach, and many kinds of herbs. And they are really in close relationship from where the food comes from. And that is really nice because I got both of my family sides are farmers as well. So that reminded me a bit of my childhood, that I learned there where food comes from, and the Thai people really have still that strong connection and relationship with each step of the way before you will eat your meal. I'm very impressed with the wood-burning stove. It's something I don't expect to see in the 21st century.
Cái làng này ấy, nhà nào cũng phải có cái bếp này. Có cái bếp này thì mới được an toàn cho gia đình. Cái tâm linh là vô bếp này là ông ấy trông nhà trông cửa cho. Ma quỷ quái vào thì phải được phép ông vua bếp. Thứ hai nữa là nó có tác dụng là cái bếp này thì nó có khói lên để diệt những cái con mọt đấy, những cái cây này, rổ giá các thứ đấy. Coi như là mình bảo quản. Dù nhà cửa hiện đại bao nhiêu thì mình vẫn phải giữ những cái phong tục tập quán của cổ truyền. Không có bếp này thì là không phải người Tày. Cơm khê rồi.
Cơm khê rồi à. Cơm. Quỳnh. Đây.
Quỳnh ơi, cơm khê rồi.
Đấy.
Đấy, lại bỏ nồi đi.
Sao em bao nhiêu phút? 20. 20 à? Em nhanh lên. Anh đói quá.
Đói à?
Rồi, trời. There was this cool moment when I was sitting in the kitchen preparing the vegetables. Is that the two older ladies, so Ba, were in the house where I was sitting, and another Ba from the house next door, that they were chit-chatting through the window.
Đăng này đi. Đăng nhập rau à? Hôm nay nóng lắm gì? Hôm nay ăn nhà này thì ăn rau bí.
It was like they had such close contact with each other, and they were discussing about, oh, what are you eating today? Oh yeah, I'm going to cook some chicken. No, I'm going to prepare some vegetables for today. I mean, I was just looking at them and I felt like, this is amazing, you know, like these ladies are just sitting in their own kitchen, but it doesn't seem like the houses are disconnected from each other. It's like they're all part of the same community here.
Mời ăn cơm, cả nhà ăn cơm đi.
Vâng ạ.
Thịt này thịt gà của nhà.
For me, this is one of the most delicious meals I've ever had. All foods are family sufficient. After a morning working in the fields, Mrs. Bang's son and his wife come home for having lunch with the parents. The Tay never eat out. As a long-lasting tradition, the Tay always enjoy a meal with the whole family. This is the time for them to share with each other their day. Each and every moment here, I really cherish that. And these people, they seem so much more in balance with themselves. Here you can see them live in the 21st century, a way of life that is very rare in our modern society here in Vietnam. I can hear the sound of the wind blowing through the banana leaves. I'm There's a bird twittering in the garden, and I'm filled with the sweet smell of drying corn. It's so rare to have such a peaceful afternoon like this. My soul is fully immersed in the colors, sounds and smells of nature, and then I sleep as a baby while the summer wind blows through the window. Leaving Quinsun village with its tranquil lifestyle, I go to the Yin Yang tiles making village to meet a young man to learn more about this typical Tay culture. Hung is the owner of the Yin Yang tilery in Quinsun village, the only place supplying Yin Yang tiles for the whole Bắc Sơn district and some other areas in Bắc Sơn province. The Yin Yang tiles are the standout symbol of every house of the Tay. Nowadays, although the old building materials could be replaced by modern ones, the Tay still keep their traditional Yin Yang tiles roof. The name Yin Yang partially comes from the way people arrange the tiles. The Yang tiles are put upwards to the sky, and the Yin tiles are placed downwards to the ground. Therefore, the Yin Yang tiles show the harmony of heaven and earth. The Tay believe that this harmony could bring them a peaceful and prosperous life. They will feel lost without houses with Yin Yang tiles. I'd like to share you a little bit more about my experience of the process of making tiles. What I was thinking, well, that process should probably take with a lot of modern techniques. Not at all. First, Hung and I went to the field right behind his kiln to collect the clay. Here people use materials given by nature to make the tiles.
Bạn đã được làm cái công việc như này lần nào chưa?
Có, tôi đã làm. But not in Vietnam. Hà Lan. With my mother's garden. My mother likes gardening, and we often plant a tree or another small plant, and we use the shovel.
Cái công việc này là anh em ở đây làm hầu như là hôm nào cũng làm, không kể nắng mưa.
It's been such a long time since I could play with clay like a kid. Really a joyful moment. Come on. Well, I gotta say, I love it. Just look at it. Get your feet dirty, hands dirty. Great day spent here. Rain coming. It's not bad at all. Oi. After collecting clay from the field, then we clean the clay by taking out all gravel pieces to avoid cracks while baking.
Tất cả để mà làm thành được một sản phẩm là viên ngói thì 100% lọc sỏi hết. Ví dụ gặp một viên sỏi hay một viên ngói có thể là bị vỡ vì nó rất mỏng. Đặt nào bạn kéo từ đầu này đến
It's like rolling pancakes. You gotta be sure that when you use the technique here, it's not too thick, not too thin. It really reminds me of back home. The same thing always my mom told me as well. Don't make the pancakes too thick. The thing is here, surprisingly, a lot of little pieces of rock. Really little ones. And Mr. Zung explained to me that just don't do it too thick because you're gonna miss all the little rocks. I'm really surprised about the small detail it needs to do this perfectly.
Làm có khó không?
Có, làm một chút. I learn these techniques very fast, and I feel like I'm becoming a tile maker. But I might be overestimating my learning curve.
Đây là cái đất đã qua lọc sỏi thành đất để cho vào khuôn để đóng thành viên ngói. Đây là cái khuôn để làm ra viên ngói. Bắt đầu mình đóng, xong là bạn xem, trong tí là bạn cũng làm như mình. Đổ cho đất vào nên là không được dính lắm. Chỉ là cái phần đất thừa với lại cái viên ngói của mình. Tay xòe tay. Bây giờ bạn có thể làm rồi.
Băng, dê, thôi.
Vâng. Bạn cứ làm đi, cái gì không làm được thì tôi sẽ hướng dẫn bạn.
Kom je het lam?
Dần dần bắt đầu quen chân nên là đất mới dính vào chân.
This is really the most difficult part.
Khi mình lật cái phần đất thừa lên, mình lật đúng đến tầm nào đấy, bạn lật như thế này là nó đã có do chống dính ở cái khuôn này rồi. Thì viên ngói nó sẽ lại bị ra theo cái phần đất thừa. Đấy, để mình lại lấy này ra mình làm lại. Đấy, những cái này viên ngói này là không nên. Cái này bạn lại trắng lại làm lại.
Vâng. I honestly don't really know how to do this properly. I mean, look, it's off again. Người! As you can see, like it seems so simple. In theory it is, but in practical sense, Eggy doesn't know how to do it yet. Please, this time. I don't know. I think it's just too sticky. I'm trying to get 2 towels, but as you can see, this is not working for me. It's honestly not working. I give up. Well, I gotta admit, I was thinking beforehand, I'll manage this. I'll make a few good towels. But in the process of training, making, I miserably failed. So I should not be that cocky thinking that I can master this technique in a day. Making yin-yang tiles brings an extra stable income for the local people. After the harvest season, the locals have some time off from farming, so they work on making tiles. As the process has a lot of steps, it offers the participation of both old and young people of each gender. Everybody has his own task. Normally, women take care of cleaning the clay, while men kneading soil and molding tiles. Some workers here take 2, even 3 years to master this craft. I mean, just one day, shouldn't expect be able to make a good tile. But for them, it's way more important to make good tiles, not 1, 600 a day. Otherwise they don't have a good living and they can't support their family. Just imagine 600 tiles a day. Collecting clay and molding tiles gave me such joyful moments. And the baking steps showed me another aspect of the tiles maker's ancient wisdom that truly inspired me. A kiln you're seeing now can accommodate up to 55,000 tiles. It takes 10 to 12 days to complete the baking process. But how to control the temperature of the kiln? How to make the perfect tiles? These are the most difficult questions that not many people can answer. Mr. Hung explained to me that to have that perfect tile, you need at least 800 degrees. So I asked him, do you use any modern equipment to just measure the temperature? He said, no, we got a very proven technique.
Theo như cái kinh nghiệm để mà mình cũng học hỏi từ trong để lại, chung là mình áp dụng vào thực tế. Có những cái chai thủy tinh, cái mức độ nóng chảy của chai thủy tinh đấy là nó nóng chảy ở nhiệt độ bao nhiêu là mình sẽ cho vào lửa để mà nó nóng chảy ở nhiệt độ đấy. Thì ước lượng là cái lò ngói của mình nó sẽ đạt đến nhiệt độ là trên 900 độ C.
I was always thinking about myself, like many hundreds of years ago, how could people get like a heat of 700 or 800 degrees? I had no idea. Honestly, no idea. But I just could see how they built the oven and the techniques to check the temperature, and also how to construct exactly the tiles in a good way. That was an eye-opener for me. That's just to learn the old ways of making a very good oven. Now I know Hung and I are of the same age. He told me that he used to study at a college in Hanoi and that he chased another dream in the big city. He even joined a labor export project. But destiny brought him back to his hometown and he became a tile maker because of his strong desire and responsibility to preserve his ancestral tradition.
Mình học hỏi những người đã từng đi trước thì mình rút ra được một cái kinh nghiệm là ở bất kể nơi đâu người ta sẽ giàu có về kinh tế hay là giàu có về tinh thần, không những là muốn duy trì cái nghề truyền thống của mình còn muốn học hỏi nữa để áp dụng những phương tiện khoa học kỹ thuật để áp dụng vào làm cái làng nghề của mình càng ngày càng phát triển. Mà trong đi đôi với cái phát triển của làng nghề của mình vẫn phải giữ được những cái bản sắc, những cái truyền thống của làng nghề để mà sau này con cháu sau này nữa để học hỏi được những cái gì cha ông để lại cho mình duy trì mình phát triển.
Today a family in Queenstown has 2 customers and they get a big deal. All other families come to help them transfer the tiles onto the truck. This really impresses me. What I see is a vivid example of the sharing and caring in this community. They always help each other. Their responsibility for the community and others come naturally, without being written down in any rules or regulations. I feel touched and happy for their bond. This is what you rarely find nowadays in the big city. And after that, what they do is they just sit down with the whole family and they celebrate. So it's like this cultural event after you sell all your tiles. I'm at a party and feel like I'm a member of this community. They also share with me a lot of things, although we find it difficult to understand each other because of the language barrier. But it doesn't matter at all. We all have a happy day. If you would ask me about the Tay people in Bắc Sơn Valley, I have to tell you that they're one of the most lovely people ever. I can see their pride of tradition, their respect for nature, as well as the sincerity with people around. But above all, it's their peace of mind. I gotta tell you, I learned a lot from them.
Máy vây.